By the way, this episode is brought to you by Diet Henny. Get it at any stores near you. If you don't know what Diet Henny is, just ask any chick from North.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? I'm Aaliyah Michelle.
I'm Brother Bang.
And I'm Mugareese, and we are
Unrecognized Real.
Let's get it.
Alright.
What's up with y'all tonight?
Did y'all enjoy the show? Yeah. Give it up for the show, y'all.
Yeah. We got that shit popping, man. Like, I feel like I'm left out because I'm the only one who don't do poetry and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna need you to ghostwrite the next joint for me, you know what I'm saying? So I can perform something too, like, you know what I mean?
You wanna reply to Leah joint too?
Yeah, I definitely wanna, you know, I definitely got some shit I wanna say, you know what I mean? But, you know, shit, I'm feeling good. Did y'all eat? Did y'all get some food? Everybody get some food? It was good. Can I get some food? Cause I ordered and like, I mean, I'm still waiting, but you know, I mean, you know, hey, I'm hungry. All right, say less. Shit. It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. Oh, all right. So I've been waiting for a while, so I don't know. Like, yo, like it was like 9. Yo, listen, it was like 10. It was like, what time was it? It was like 8 o'clock when I ordered. So I don't even know. Like, yo, like, listen, like, is all that? All right, listen, like, shit.
Right, well,
I don't know.
We don't got a lot of time, so we're gonna get straight into your topics.
Yeah, everybody that suggested topics, shout out to y'all. Shit, damn, this something crazy.
I know.
Let me see this joke. Let me see. Which I want to start with first?
All right, let's start with this one. Who cheats more, men or women?
Women.
Definitely women. Black men don't cheat. Let's start off with that. All right.
Men cheat more. Women are just better at cheating. They just deviant.
No.
That don't make it no better. Okay.
Hold on, wait.
Thank you.
He got a point. The question is, who cheat more? Like, yeah.
Big ass who do it better.
Men.
Men don't cheat more. No, they don't. No, they don't. No.
Men cheat more because men cheat for no reason.
That don't mean that.
Y'all cheat for absolutely no reason.
Men cheat more because you found out more. That's the reason.
No, y'all cheat more because y'all cheat for no reason.
It was good though.
You know when women cheat because y'all are good at hiding. Y'all know when we cheat because we dumb as shit.
No, I ain't going. Now listen, I'm 90% there with you. I don't think that men are dumb at cheating. I just think it's just in our nature, it's in men nature to desire women.
No. Say it again for the people in the back.
Don't cheat. All you gotta do is find two. No.
Oh, never mind.
That's what I'm talking about. Now you see what I'm talking about. Now we eye to eye. You know what I mean?
Black men don't cheat. All right, listen. If you had a black man and you had a black male and he cheated on you, he wasn't a man. He probably was black, but he wasn't a man. So there go, black men don't cheat, right? Can y'all feel me?
I know. Do you?
No,
Next question.
Make sure nobody here that know me. Yeah, no, I don't cheat. Like, I never cheat. Like, listen, like, I don't cheat. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I mean, you know, I think I'm a product of that. Like, yeah, black men don't cheat. Like, yo, like, if I did cheat, you can't prove that I cheated, so therefore I ain't cheat, right? Like, that go to that. Like, yo, like.
You look at you with the disgust face. You're like, I'm disgusted.
Listen, what somebody said, a wise man once said, the absence of evidence is the. Yeah, there you go. Look, that's it. Look.
Well,
So
wise man. That's the wise man right
if
there.
I never got caught cheating, then I never cheated. Like, that's how it go. Like,
Right.
All right, so if women never get caught cheating, that mean we never cheated too?
I mean, unfortunately, but you know you cheated. Like, nah, it don't go that way. It don't roll over like like your monthly minutes. No, it don't roll over that way. Nah. You cheated. You know you cheated because females move differently. Like.
Yeah.
Like I could cheat and then I can still do everything I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lie.
No, yes, it is. I can still do everything.
That's why y'all get caught. That's why y'all get caught.
No.
That's why y'all get caught. Y'all do stuff different.
I can still.
Y'all start acting funny. Y'all patterns change. All of a sudden y'all want to wear cologne, knowing damn well y'all wasn't wearing it all fucking winter. No, y'all motherfuckers, y'all start changing. Y'all start changing. No, y'all start changing.
Females cheat way worse because y'all would cheat. Y'all start messing with one new dude, and now every time you sleep with your actual man, you cheating on the new dude with your man. So it's like, yo, now you not, you doing. Listen, let me clarify. Let me clarify. So look, so you got your side nigga that you cheating on your ex-you man with, right?
Yeah.
So now she start doing shit like going to bed early and shit. So her ex-you man, when he get home, he gonna try to hit. So she's like, oh no, I'm tired, babe. This ain't the night. Like, cause she know I'm in her mind. She cheating on her boyfriend, her ex-you boyfriend with the side. I mean, she cheating on her side nigga with the boyfriend. Like, all right, you know what? Look,
we gonna go to the next topic because
I ain't even gonna go there with y'all now. Listen, you know where I'm at. Kent know where I'm at. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Next topic. How many kids is too many? How many kids is too many?
How many of them bad?
More than 2.
More than 2.
More than 3. I can't. More than 3. I got 2.
So would you date a woman with 5 kids?
Wait, hold up. How many people in here have kids? So I don't want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from people who don't got kids. How many kids? Cause y'all are look. I got a child too. But our opinion gonna be biased because you're not gonna say 2. If you got 2 kids, you're not gonna say 2 kids is too many. Listen. But if you got 2 kids already, you're not gonna say 2 kids is too many because you got 2 kids. You're gonna be a hypocrite. I want to hear from people who don't got kids because they the ones who that really tell you like, all right, well, listen, I'm not about to deal with somebody that got 3 kids or 4 kids. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the difference.
I mean, like, listen, like, at some point in time, yeah.
I feel like there's no right answer. Cause I also said I wouldn't date women with kids. Then I found myself dating women with kids, even though I had kids. Like, but. I feel like there's no right answer.
You didn't want to date nobody with kids?
I feel like because I have kids, that's why I didn't want to date women with kids. Because I know the struggles.
So you want them to accept your kids in a relationship, but you don't want them to.
Listen, it's already hard. All parents can testify to this. It's already hard to balance a personal life, especially when you got kids and you in your kids' life. All the time. It's already hard to balance that. So I just felt like it'd have been even harder to deal with somebody that got kids. Like everybody's lives, they all caught up with their stuff. So because of that, I didn't want to deal with women with kids. But then I found somebody. Then that whole mental that I had changed because it wasn't really like that. You really make time for what you want to make time for. So I feel like there's no really right answer for that. Like,
how you feel about that, Lee?
I don't want to date nobody with more than 2.
More than 2? Because you got 1. That's why you seeing that.
Yeah, I grew up with a bunch of kids around me and with a bunch of brothers and sisters. I don't need a bunch of kids in the house. See, 3 is enough.
I'm different from Ben.
And no shots neither. It really depends on how many baby fathers you want. That's
definitely like a major thing. Like I feel like like if I gotta deal with 1 baby father, you can have 3 kids.
You might have 1 cool baby father, the other 2 them niggas is weirdos. Like
you might have 3 kids, but they all about 1 person. I only gotta deal with 1 person, so it's like, all right, cool, that ain't a problem. But now when I gotta deal with 2 or 3 different people, like, all right, so on Monday you got a problem with baby father number 1, and then on Tuesday you got a problem with baby father number 3. By Thursday I'm burnt out. Like, listen, like the 3rd baby father got an issue. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is too much. Like,
and it depends on how old the kids are too.
Kids, it ain't no problem.
Yeah.
Wait, say it one more time. What you say?
I said if you are adults, it's all about parenting the kids. There is no problem.
Well, this is the thing though, because
the best for the kids, it ain't no issue.
But a lot of us now we co-parent. So co-parent is there's no manuscript, there's no definition. Like nobody can tell you what is co-parent, how it's supposed to go. Everybody it is different for every person. So
but the kids always come first, and then
but however, how you want to put the kids first is different from.
Raise your hand if co-parenting is a motherfucker, because co-parenting is a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
I got 2 baby mamas, and then co-parenting is a motherfucker.
Yeah, look.
In no ways at all, except as long as you handling your responsibility.
No, but
Everybody not like that. Everybody not like that.
But I'm saying that's adult.
Listen.
Responsibility changes through the situation.
That's true. Yeah, it's definitely true because.
It depends on if she's angry or not that day. Your responsibility. Her anger, like she's mad that day.
That shouldn't have nothing to do with how you care for your kids. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of things because.
It is, and it's workable, trust.
But listen, it takes a village to raise. It takes a village to raise a child. Everybody knows this. So because you might be doing your part as far as taking care of your child, but at some point in time your child's gonna be around that third person. When I mean by that third person, I mean that. But I mean that when I say that third person, I mean that stepfather or stepmom or potential whatever. Like at some point in time they're going to be around that person. So as that's like a role model, that's like whatever. They could be doing the wrong things. We talked about it on the show before, and like that applies. So when you dating somebody, when you have a child and and you and your child's father or mother is no longer together, and you're dating someone, that person is at some point in time they affect your child in a sense. So you got to make sure that they had the right mindset as well. So it's like so even if you co-parent, it's just me and you. However, at some point in time, my child is gonna look at this other parent. This is an adult, so they're gonna look at them as a responsibility of what to do and what not to do. So you still got to make sure that person is still doing exactly what they things that's right. So so even though we co-parent, you think two people, but it's way more than that. It's way more than that.
And it depends on how old your child is, because I like older women. I ain't got time to be arguing with no 16-year-old. Yeah, my daddy, nigga.
Yeah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Listen,
I like older women. You know what I mean?
I take young kids over older kids, because older kids got issues. Like that should be like wild.
They already seasoned.
Babies be good. Babies be easy. Like I'm saying.
My kid gonna turn into an older kid.
Listen, right, but listen,
yeah,
right. Because first of all, I'm gonna tell you, I'm be the first to tell you, I don't be liking kids at first. Like I mean, females be introduce me to their kids. I got a daughter. I got one daughter, but sometimes I don't like her either. So like it's it's a full circle. Like what I'm saying. So I don't expect somebody I deal with to like my daughter from the rip. Like no, like kids is assholes.
I know your kids
is definitely assholes. Like, so it's like so sometimes it takes time to get to them. Like I don't even know if I like you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be dealing with you, but I might not like you all the way. You gonna introduce me to your kids and like, all right, now it's like, listen, it's too much. Yeah, like so it's like you got ease into that. You got ease into that situation, like Yeah, I don't know.
So when I co-parent and my baby father is married, so like I gotta deal with his wife, and then they have kids outside of my son, so it's definitely depends on the situation.
So basically, you the problem. You the
you the
problem.
So you the crazy baby.
Cause he happy and shit. He done started a new family and everything. Like you the problem. Like.
The first 8 years of my son's life was hell co-parenting.
Yeah.
Now, me and his wife is cool. Like we cool.
Your co-parenting is different for every people. Yeah, for every parent.
Y'all cool? How much he paying?
What's the next?
I don't have him on child support.
What's the next part? What's the next topic?
We good.
Right.
All right, the next topic. Let me see.
Definitely work.
All right, Purple. We moving on, Purple. We moving on, Purple. You got to save this for you. You know what I'm saying? We good. I appreciate it, but yeah, we moving on to the next topic though. Like.
All right, the next topic is being in love with two people.
Who wrote this? Hold up, who wrote this?
I should have wrote it.
Who wrote it?
You definitely can be in love with two people. I don't care what you say. You can be in love with two people. I've been in love with three.
If you in love with two people, you out of pocket. I'm gonna just say that. Like, yo, you out of pocket. Like, you out of pocket. Like, yo, like.
You been in love with two people before?
You got some shit. You got really.
If you in a polygamous relationship.
Oh my God, please.
That's my man. You must listen to the podcast.
There we go. All right.
No, we not about to get.
You must know what's up.
I knew it had to be something to this. Like, let him finish.
Zoom in on this.
Go ahead.
I was waiting. He's light skinned too.
That's that light skin shit.
Yeah. So
Wait, let him go. Let him talk.
In a polygamous relationship, as I can only speak for a man. If I'm in a relationship with two women that I know that I'm going to marry, I can only treat them as equal. So I can only be with two women that I can love equally. And I can have an understanding that it's going to be the same way reciprocated between the two as to I.
You Muslim?
I am, but it's deeper than that.
Plot thickens.
No, he did say it. That's all they said.
The plot thickens. Go ahead.
And the Quran does say that a man is made for two women.
Yes, it does.
Not for two, he should take.
Do it say just two women or it say multiple women?
I think that's like a different argument though.
It is, but I'm just
That's like
saying,
a different
I
point of view.
didn't take it there. You know what I mean? I'm just, because you asked, I just gave you that backing.
So you think you could really love two people mutually, like this, equally, like?
Absolutely.
But but that wasn't the question
I don't
though.
think so.
The question wasn't you can love them equally. It's just can you be in love with two different people? It's like if you love if like you love your friends, right? You might love one friend more than you love your other friend, but you still love them.
What changes the dynamic about that is you will never love two different people for the same reason.
Right.
That's where it goes. That's the difference. You might have this person that you love that satisfies this reason, like this purpose within you, and this person you love for that reason. Because if that's the case, if both of them were giving you the same thing, the love
is the same.
It's different.
The love is the same.
Different reasons, same love.
Love don't have different flavors.
Love don't have.
Reasons are different. Like we said, the reasons are different, but the love.
If we're just talking about the concept
of the love,
you're changing what I'm saying. The concept of love is uniform. Absolutely, love. Period. You love your kids. You love your mom. Love is love.
all differently.
Period. But I'm saying I could love you for a different reason than I love this person. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So you
So loving and being in love is two different things.
No, we talking about love. Period.
We talking about.
Can you be in love
Yes.
with people at the same time?
Yes.
But I don't think you can ever be in love with two different people for the same exact reasons.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. No, if you think I'm arguing to your point, I agree with what you're saying. Like I agree, you can love two people, but I think y'all basis of the argument is just different from mine. Like I think,
that's understandable.
yeah, that's all. Huh?
That's him.
He started going into like a whole polyamorous type. That's a whole. That can go a whole different way. That's deep. But I feel what you're saying.
But I think that's the answer to cheating.
I mean, but wait, cause he mentioned. Oh wait, but he mentioned the Quran, right? And you also mentioned that, you know, it speaks that a man is made for two women. But we talk about polygamy. Polygamy is both ways. So how do you feel about women being made for two men or multiple men?
How about that? Wait, so if I wanted to have two boyfriends, I can't do that?
Let me talk. I'm gonna let him talk.
Me personally, we were just talking about this. So for me personally, whatever I feel is right for me is whatever is right for me. And if I feel like that, and me personally, I would not want to be in a relationship like that.
Right.
But would I say you're wrong for that? Hell no. Because you can do whatever you want to do. No man can control no woman. No woman can control no man.
Right.
It don't work like that. So if I'm gonna give you the thought process that hey, you gonna do what you want to do. All I can do is be me, and if you can still rock with me while I'm being me, I'm fucking with you. Other than that, it don't really matter.
All right. So if the woman you decide to be with, you tell her, you know, yeah, I want, you know.
Sucking somebody else's dick. Are you
Right. Pretty much, yeah. Are you okay with that? Yeah.
I'm not. Like he said, no, like he said. See, y'all missing the point of what he said. He's saying that type of.
No,
I'm being real. Hold on. Let me explain. Listen.
Wait.
Just like he said. No, you're not saying. No. What he's saying is, listen. That's not for him.
Be upfront with her first and tell her what my demands are. If she wanna fuck with me, then that's what she gonna do. And she's gonna allow me to understand.
So he's asking, are you okay with being?
No, that ain't for him.
No, he said it's not for him.
I'm not gonna be with somebody like
So do you let that be known on the first date? Like on the first sit down, y'all talking about like I'm in.
When I first meet a woman and I ask her for her phone number, the first thing I ask her, I want to know, are you interested in other women?
What?
Because that's something that is for me that I know that I want. So if you're not that, why would I play games?
Wait, hold on, wait, cause
Hey, that's a relationship, yes, but if we just gonna fuck, let's do it. Like other than that, you know what I mean? Like,
all right, hold up.
That's my man right there, by the way.
If you find a woman, right, that like satisfies your every need, everything that you can think about as a man, she supports you, she loves you, she motivates you, all those things that we make up in our heads, that checklist that we all got that nobody ever brings me. If you meet that woman and she says the only thing that I cannot do for you is sleep with another woman and have another woman be a part of our union, that's a deal breaker?
It's a deal breaker from the jump. He said if she not with it,
Wait, let me talk.
That's a deal breaker. You got
Listen. If you listen to the podcast, you know I'm a heavy advocate of polygamy, right?
Heavy,
but
super heavy.
But that's not a deal breaker for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm open to polygamy all the way, cause you know what I mean. I can see myself being in a polygamous relationship. I don't think monogamy is for me, but I'm not against it. That means, just like she explained, if I find a woman that's everything, she fulfill all my needs, I would take that chance. I would take that chance of being in a monogamous relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if it ever came to a point where it just don't work out for me, I would express that to her as well. But I would still take that chance of being in a monogamous relationship if I found that type of woman. But my whole reasoning for advocating polygamy is because I just don't feel like one woman can fulfill all my needs. I don't care how nobody feel about that. That's just how I feel. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not chasing my dick. Listen. I'm not chasing my dick. Listen, hold on. You talking to the same brother. I tell every woman from the rip. Listen,
I got a question.
That's not
No.
Go ahead, Lee.
So you say you don't feel like one woman can fulfill all your needs. What needs don't you feel like one woman can't fulfill? What needs is it?
I mean, when you put me on the spot
What
like
needs
that.
is it? What needs is it?
I mean, listen.
The need to have my balls sucked on every 24 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, she gonna get tired. Like, by the 24 minutes, she gonna get tired. You know?
Listen.
You know,
I'm gonna give you an example. My man got up here on the stage earlier. He talked about being a damaged man, right? I'm one of those dudes. I'm a damaged dude. And I know that it's a lot to deal with me, and I'm working on myself, but a lot of women don't have patience with it. And I also experience the same things he experienced. When women tell you that they're ready for that or they can handle that, and they really can't, because women really can't handle it, or some women just don't have the time for it. But they dig in your spirit at first, so they want to give it a try, and then they let you down. You understand what I'm saying? So to avoid all of that, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather just, you know what I mean?
Potentially find a girl that
But listen. No, but listen, that's just one example. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Hold on, I'm gonna give you one more example. I'm gonna tell you one thing about a monogamous relationship that women don't allow you to have. Women don't even want you to have a platonic relationship with another woman, because that's how jealous. Yes, they is.
It's not true.
Listen, I'm telling you right now.
This is the thing. No,
I'm telling you right now.
Listen.
90% of women ain't like
Okay,
that.
no, this is the thing. I don't have a problem. No, because I don't have a problem with the person that I'm dating having female friends. It's the new fucking female friends that all of a sudden want to be. No,
Same thing.
No, it's not the same
I might be
thing.
doing a show just like this. I meet a woman, I find her very interesting. I don't want to fuck her, I don't want to be in a relationship with her, but I want to build a relationship with her because I dig her spirit.
No.
If I'm in a monogamous relationship, my girl ain't having that.
You fucking
like,
right.
You're not building.
Because you know why?
But I'm
You
against
wouldn't
that.
have
I'm against
it.
that. I'm a
But you
free
wouldn't
spirit.
have it.
I like to build relationships with different people.
So you can
it don't gotta always be
No,
sexual.
but you can build relationships with different people. But if I sat up and said, you know what, this guy looks interesting, I want to build a relationship with him, but I don't want to have sex. And this
that
guy,
ain't for me.
No, it's not for you. You selfish.
I'm not with it.
You're selfish.
Call it what you want. I'm just not with
We're
that.
gonna go to the next topic anyway. We're running out of time. But
Telling you.
No, they not toxic. Like, choose which one is toxic. Don't put us together.
You just trying to change their perception of cheating.
Don't put us together. Don't put us together. Like, yo. Like,
all right. The next topic is head important in a relationship?
Yes.
We all agree.
I don't know if I agree with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you're shorty or you're a dude bad at giving head, do you really want it?
You gonna teach them. You gonna learn.
All right, look. Listen. Everybody learn. Listen, everybody not a fast learner. So it might go on. It might go on a year, and they don't catch on.
You can take that nigga a year. He ain't.
I'm a good teacher. If you teach them, we good.
Listen.
I learned to give head the first time.
Listen.
First time Shorty taught me.
You say you let it get. Whoa.
First time Shorty taught me. Shorty taught me. Like I dealt with an old head. The first time I gave head, I dealt with an old head, and she told me exactly what to do, and I was a master.
Hold up, but head ain't the same for every shorty.
I know
though.
everybody don't like the same.
Hey, listen, I ain't never had no complaints.
That don't mean she wasn't never complaining.
I never had no complaints.
She just wasn't complaining.
Well, it don't matter. If she ain't complaining to me, it don't matter.
I mean, it do matter.
That means, listen, hold on. If she ain't complaining to me, that means the dick made up the rest of the
That don't mean that either. That don't mean that either.
It mean, hold up. It mean you went in a a group text and you was clowning the group text. That's what that means.
I ain't never dealt with a female that didn't think I was that dude. I ain't never dealt with a female that didn't think I was that dude. Well, they good liars. I appreciate the lie. I ain't never dealt with a female that didn't think I was that dude. Every guy do shit.
I was trying to tell you, if women that straight, I ain't relationships talking about they had orgasms for years. Like, everybody not jugging like they say they juggle.
Listen,
They ain't.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you, I want you to tell me.
Listen, I
told women before.
Listen, I had the unpleasant.
Use your hand.
No. I had the unpleasant. Like one day, I actually read a female group text, and then I see the shit that they be talking about. I'm like, yo, niggas really think we be doing shit? It was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, they would let you lead a crib. You doing the beat it up dance like you did some shit. Like, yo,
Rule number one: never read a female group text.
But you lead that shit, and she go right to the group text and tell them how much you was a clown, and your shit was corny. Like, shit couldn't stay hard 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, yo, like. So I read this shit like, damn, it's crazy. And I know I left the crib off of a 5-minute situation, like, yeah, like, thinking I was the man doing the beat up dance, like, yeah, I was the man, all right, cool. Like, I'm like, damn, this bitch right had me in the group chat, talking about all this shit. I'm like, yo, like, so I got understand, like I said, every female, they pleasure points ain't the same. So it's like, yeah, you can apply. It ain't copy and paste. Like, you can apply what you did to this one is gonna work for the next one. Cause I had chicks, or anybody, or in female or male, you had somebody that you got off in like 2 minutes, and then somebody that took fucking 2 days, and you like, listen, like, shit ain't it, like, yo, like, this shit ain't it, like, yo, so everybody isn't sexually, what do you call it, like, compatible, right? So, and that's just something you gotta learn, but, hey, what's the next question, though? What's the next topic?
How to maintain a healthy relationship.
Oh, shit.
Don't get in one. Don't get in one.
Communication is comprehension.
Thank you.
But in order to comprehend, it has to be like a communication. So
ain't shit getting done. If I'm showing you how much I love you,
damn, that was right on the money.
how much I love you.
But everybody don't speak the same love
That's my point. But if you can't
comprehend
my love, then you don't need to be in a relationship with me.
Okay.
Period.
That ain't helpful.
Communication, though, I think they go hand in hand for sure.
Yeah, but you can't comprehend if nothing is being communicated.
True.
It's a double standard.
They're running the same.
Yeah, so communication and comprehension. Yeah.
Oh, then we all agreed on that. Everything. That's
just bits and pieces of it. It's a
it's more
puzzle,
to it, but that is like the main thing, because a lot of people when they're talking, they be talking and just waiting to reply. They're not really listening to what the other person is saying. So.
That definitely.
Oh, we all solved that one.
Understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Y'all gonna have me not answer my phone tonight.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last topic. Do you believe in gender roles? Yes.
No, y'all don't. We all sit here like gender roles died in 2010.
No, not really, because it's like certain stuff.
Step up and do stuff that men should do.
See, that's where you fucked up at. That's where you fucked up at.
Because men was not doing it.
That's not a man. That ain't a man. If you gotta do all that extra shit.
I believe in gender roles.
Gender roles died.
I know how to change the tire. That don't mean I want to fucking do it.
Gender roles died. Y'all killed it. Women killed gender roles. Sorry to say it. Women killed gender roles.
No, men leaving the household.
When y'all wanted to be equal with a man, I never wanted to be equal with a woman because I accept a woman for who she is.
Women didn't even have the same rights as men, so there's no way for a man to ever want to be equal.
Y'all fighting for men's rights.
Listen. I said I do believe in gender roles. I don't want to fucking change tires. I don't want to take the fucking trash out. I don't want to sit up here. I don't want to do none of that dirty shit. Y'all do it. I don't want to do it. I know how, but I don't want to do it.
On the most part,
y'all know back in the, y'all know.
Take our pants off, we would.
Yeah, y'all know like 10 years ago, you couldn't even get
wait,
certain jobs.
I think for the most part, as women, if we were allowed to take our pants off, we would. We would start wearing our dresses figuratively.
That ain't all women, though. That ain't all women. It's a lot of women that's like.
Do that. But in our community, especially, men are absent.
Thank you.
Number one. And then we have men that are present in body, but not spirit and mind. That causes us to wear all roles, whether we want to or not.
Well, that's
So we have to adapt to whatever.
Right.
We're in the generation.
I agree with there's some women that's not out here being women either.
absolutely.
So
another two-way
We talk
thing.
about gender roles and equality, right?
We're talking about in a relationship, not in life in general,
That's
right?
one question that I want every woman to really think about, right? Because when most women think that men are absent because of fear or lack of want or desire, but really it stems from a long history of confusion. And a long history of mental illness that has perpetuated that confusion to existence.
Wholeheartedly,
where black men have never had an opportunity in public to get their time to actually heal themselves without having to be strong for other people amongst our race to continue their walk. Where if a woman getting her rights was the checkpoint for her to be able to sit at the seat, a black man never really had an opportunity to sit at because we were still slaves, just like, you know what I mean? We still were enslaved and in bondage. But we never got an opportunity to say, you know what? We made something out of nothing with you. Because we're still trying to make something, and you have already made something because of who you are.
I agree, but I think that a woman has to love a man into his greatness, and a man has to love a woman into her submission. So,
Like Ben said, sound good.
That sounded almost perfect.
Sound good.
It sounded almost perfect.
Sound good.
But you know, I'm not just using my own examples neither. I watched my mom, I watched my grandmother, so like I seen the different generations. And what I'm telling you is like, you know, like even if you go back to our grandfathers and stuff like that, right? Well, first of all, let's just say this: black men is always at the bottom of the totem pole. You understand what I'm saying?
Totem pole.
Like totem pole, you know what I'm trying to say? From everybody, from black women to white men to white women, black men are already at the bottom, right? So now we living in a day and age. We living in a day and age where
you are the epitome of who we are.
Right. But it ain't been shown. It ain't shown like that.
Listen, I understand your own personal.
Let Brother Bank talk.
I understand where you coming from.
Let him talk. Let him finish. Let him finish though. Let him finish.
Every woman in this room.
Let him finish. Go ahead, Ben.
Sexual preferences or anything. As a woman, all of us would like for our black men to stand up and be men. All of us.
Wait. Hold your applause. Hold your applause because it's a butt behind that. It's a butt behind that. Hold up. Hold your applause. What do you mean by that? You want them to stand up and be men? Because if only way for me to be a man if I decide to be with you, do all whatever you got to do it, then that's not the same. So yeah. So I want you to explain. Explain.
Right. Out here that these folks stop being afraid of your greatness. Stop being afraid to be in tune with who you are. Stop being afraid to love because your friends gonna laugh. That type of shit is what I'm talking about.
I haven't experienced it.
Because look at the difference, right? If a black single mother has a job working at Burger King, right? She is a strong, independent woman.
She's a tired ass woman is what she is.
Okay.
No, she's still strong than us.
Man working at Burger King is a deadbeat dad.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's how society look at it. That's how society look at it.
That's reality. That's reality. That's reality. That's reality.
That's not the reality.
That's bullshit.
No.
That's reality.
Hold on, wait.
See, that's the problem, though.
Wait.
Calm down.
Hold on, y'all.
Calm down.
One at a time.
I'm saying that statement is not true. Right. But a strong woman who has been educated on what a woman is understands that. But a lot of these women have not had that education. So that pressure that they submit these young men to is what's killing.
But she doesn't deserve a real man.
But she does not. But nobody is saying that either one of them is wrong. What the issue is now is those that do know have a duty and a mission to educate those who don't know.
I agree.
That's not who
I agree.
All right, hold up. Before we go any further,
My ex-husband does not work. He's a creative artist.
Hold on, wait.
He like call himself a struggling artist. He is. He's not on child support. We don't have nothing fixed for him to pay. He takes my son every holiday, I'm all summer, because he does live an hour away. So I know traveling wise is difficult and everybody's situation is different. But when I say like, he is like my parents and partner, like I really mean that. It really is not about the money. My son loves his father. He is a very good father. That man ain't got sometimes a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, but if he ain't shit else, he is a father.
That's one in a million. That's one in a million.
Weird. He don't got money to spend on him, I'm gonna spend that time.
Me and my baby mama got in an argument over some play sneakers. My son got 5 pair of new sneakers in the house. We got in an argument over some play sneakers. My child support got raised over play sneakers. He still ain't got them. He still ain't got them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think people need to stop doing that.
I think it's more trifling moms out here than it is deadbeat dads. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel.
That's gender role.
Yeah, I feel like
That's having to do with the manipulation, because fucking the white man and let us believe that a little bit of money can keep the black man out of the household.
Yeah.
That's true. Y'all want to know about such absent fathers because we arguing about stupid shit like money every day.
Right.
But some of these guys is absent because they simply just want to be absent.
I mean, I my kids like,
I know.
No, I'm not speaking on you.
I'm just saying I understand, because there's been plenty of times I'm like, you know what, I give up.
But you know,
Yeah, so,
why so many men get defensive about that statement about deadbeat dads? Is because we know that there's deadbeat moms, but we don't speak on it because moms work hard. But hear me out. But we get tired of being defined by those that are the weaker part of us.
and that's in anything, yeah.
All of us not like that.
We don't subject any. If you subject any woman to the type of verbiage that we get on a daily basis, it will break her mind.
Yeah, it's no, but it's certain shit you just don't.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
It's certain
If
shit
you listen to the podcast, I call out my baby mom all the time. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Nobody trying to hear that shit.
That's just so sad. She always.
I mean,
Wait, we got, alright.
It's a lot.
I'm about to say.
It's a lot of things
We
that
just
need
going
to
about
be
this all the time.
said.
Like,
This is good dialogue. And
Listen,
and that's good.
we unfortunately we like out of time, but y'all can always tune into the show. We up on YouTube now at Unrecognized Real. You know, you could just put it in YouTube.
we take suggestions for topics all the time.
All the time.
Like, talk about something. If y'all want to be a guest, if y'all want to promote something, just DM us.
If y'all want to come down from Baltimore to talk on the podcast, we'd love to have you.
Come through.
I would love to continue this conversation.
Yeah, like listen, let's set it up. Look, let's set it up. Yeah, definitely. But sure. Bang, you want to give me your handles?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Brother Bang Bang. Spell my brother with an ER, not an A.
And y'all can follow me on Instagram at Aaliyah Michelle Poetry.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Pay-Per-View Reese. You can also follow the podcast at Unrecognized Real's podcast on Instagram, and UNR podcast, UNR_podcast on Twitter, and then Unrecognized Real on on YouTube. So definitely follow. And we on Apple, we on Google,
Spotify.
and we on Spotify. So definitely check us out. And also be tune in. We're gonna do this again. December, right?
In December, yeah.
In December. So tune in for that date, and y'all have a good night.
That shit start getting heated too fast. I'm like, wait a minute.